and welcome back to our group. Our group has 6 members to present, so please pay attention to our presentation. There are two kinds of syllabus. There are product-oriented syllabus and process-oriented syllabus. But now we would like to introduce to all of you the grammatical syllabuses. It belongs to product-oriented syllabus. Now let's move to the advantages of grammatical syllabus. The first point of the advantage I should mention is it sees the structure of the language, actually the grammar of the language, as a basic component of enhancing student communicative competence. For example, if the students know the rules or the grammar or the syntax of the language very well, so they assumed that they could do well in their role lives. And other advantages I should mention is the learner moves from simpler to the more complex grammatical structures and may grasp the grammatical system more easily. Teaching and testing are relatively simple because teacher deals with discrete point knowledge and skills. The teachers need not to be fluent in the language they teach, since grammatical explanations and drills do not require a high level of language proficiency. It is very much helpful and develop writing skills. It enriches student basic vocabulary. Sequencing and selection of teaching items is not as difficult as with other syllabuses.
Okay, and now I'm going to talk about the second strong point. It allows the teacher to expose to different syntax of language learning. For example, the teacher could tell the students how prepositions work, adjectives work, and what's their function in a specific sentence.
Well, now I'm going to tell you some limitations that we need to consider regarding to grammatical syllabuses. First, it tends to overlook authenticity. I mean, it's the language structure like rule treatment. So when students hear some sentences that are not grammar based in native speaker lives, so they may be confused. For example, when they hear an idiom, when pigs fly, these idioms mean something are impossible to occur in the world and it doesn't follow the rules or the meaning. So then maybe students don't understand and they wonder why can pigs fly. And the next limitation is it overemphasize language structure and neglect communicative learning. Therefore, students may be afraid of um, making sentences or talking with native speaker because they are afraid of making mistakes in grammar. Therefore, it is a barrier for them to enhance their speaking skills.
Another advantage of structural syllabus is when we make decisions about sequencing and reading the content, so we might be experiencing some problems. I mean, what sorts of grammar to be introduced in the beginning? There are whether we need to introduce high frequency grammar or some other type of grammar. So another limitation is transferability of structural knowledge. And well, you may be interested that, if we have learned a rule in one specific setting, So it's very in this training world, it's very unlikely that we can apply that rules um, to the other language. So we can transfer, the structural syllables.
Hi everyone, today I will talk about suggestion toward integration of different syllables. So firstly, a grammatical syllabus should be designed to communication opportunity for learner in their second language. An integration of a grammatical syllable with a local one is necessary. For example, Winky notes without grammatical very little can be conveyed, and without vocabulary nothing can be conveyed.
The next is functional integration when the grammatical structure the model word can be taught in the context of required or advice, and the context language integration approach can take advantage of other subjects and allow for student engagement in meaningful learning experiences that simulate language learning.